Good evening, everybody. Olivier from the Vinyl Lounge. Welcome back. Bonsoir. Buenas noches a todos y a todas. Sí, hablo español un poquito. There you go. I have no choice. I'm going to have to start learning multiple languages if I want to keep up with all the vinyl community that has been surrounding the Vinyl Lounge recently. We are getting followers daily, and I thank you so much for that, for the love of music and the spins that we're doing downstairs in the lounge. So while it's Friday night, I'm having a little glass of vino. There you go. As promised not long ago, I wanted to start sharing a few stories on artists that I spin here that I love. There's a lot of nice stories on these artists, and I want to talk about it. I want to learn more. And I gotta say, with the Vinyl Lounge, I'm so happy and ecstatic because every time I drop the needle on a record, I get comments below. And those comments are often regarding the artist that I just spun. And recently, I played Let's Dance from David Bowie. Here we go. Here is the album. I absolutely love this album. It is from my teen days. There's a few songs on this album that I really, really appreciate. I did not know something about David Bowie in this album, and a few other things that I'll tell you about, is that David Bowie and Stevie Ray Vaughan collaborated. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I play him on my Harley, on my rides almost daily. I love him. I have a cassette player on my bike, and that's one of my guilty pleasures. Highway, cassette, music, meditation. And so Stevie Ray Vaughan and David Bowie together on this album and on tour. Where did this all start? Bowie was at Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, which is one of the biggest jazz festivals in the world. We also have an amazing one here in Montreal, if you did not know. Great reputation, amazing artists that show up here every summer. The downtown is closed. So let's get back to the story. I don't want to deviate all the time. I want to keep you focused on what I'm talking about. David Bowie, Stevie Ray Vaughan. David Bowie noticed Stevie Ray Vaughan on stage with his band Double Trouble. He approached him and he told him, man, I haven't seen anybody play like that in a long time. Jeff Beck, you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm seeing right now. And he was blown away. And so after that, Bowie asked to meet with Stevie, and they talked for hours and hours. They got along. To be honest, Stevie Ray Vaughan wasn't very familiar with Bowie's music. Isn't that funny? But listen, that's how it is. Two different styles. He asked Stevie if he would do some session work with him in studio. And then Stevie was like, whoa, all right, let's check it out. Because Bowie was established and he was going to work on this amazing album called Let's Dance. So they got in studio. Like I said, I did not know of this collaboration, but Stevie Ray Vaughan played guitar on Let's Dance, on China Girl, and he played on a few other tracks. But I'm just naming these two here because they're on this album right here that I love very much, and I did not know of that. And I never saw Stevie Ray Vaughan in David Bowie's Let's Dance video. Actually, I think that's one of the things that might have pissed off Stevie Ray Vaughan at one point, is that once that video was out, who was on guitar in the video with that little white guitar? Well, David Bowie. No disrespect. It's amazing. It's the video. Stevie was not there, but I think it pinched him. And let's move on. So Stevie kept touring. They were on tour. He was on tour with David Bowie. But the thing is, Stevie Ray Vaughan was working on his own album at that time and wanted also to tour with Double Trouble. So what happened here is management from David Bowie told Stevie he could choose a few dates on the David Bowie tour to open for him. But that quickly collapsed. That plan did not work. And not only did it not work, Double Trouble was not allowed to promote their album. Stevie Ray Vaughan was not allowed to meet the press to even talk about Double Trouble and the upcoming album. And Stevie Ray Vaughan, once the David Bowie tour was ready to get back on the road, was left on the curb. They pulled out his stuff from the tour bus. They told him, that's it, that's all. We are done. Our collaboration, our business is over. And you figure out what you want to do. We're going to move without you. And then what happened? So with Stevie to the curb, listen, he did not want to tour with Bowie and only do the Bowie stuff. He wanted to promote his stuff, and he was not really happy. So, well, we all know what happened next. Stevie Ray Vaughan became one of the greatest musicians, guitarists of all time. And absolutely love his music. And David Bowie is a very well and respected artist and will be for the rest of times, because these guys are geniuses. Well, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this short little blah blah story on the David Bowie, Stevie Ray Vaughan saga. Who knows if in 1990 Stevie had not deceased, would they have collaborated again? I personally don't think so, but I know that they had a bond, and they did some great stuff together. And hopefully you go back to that music today and tonight and enjoy it even more after watching this little video. So I invite you to subscribe, follow, do whatever you want, because I'm going to be doing more and more of these stories for the Vinyl Lounge community and the music community worldwide, because I'm enjoying the moment. So have a great weekend, everybody. Be talking to you soon, all right? Take care.